The microphone?
You got it. You can move it.
Interesting.
Interesting what?
Mine doesn't move.
It's
okay.
It moves so freely.
That's so good.
What are you talking about? You have to be closer to it.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay.
There. You ready?
I think.
Hold on. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to Rachel. I need to put the camera up a little bit because I angled it for how tall you were.
Don't be rude.
And I need to angle it for how tall I am. 1 second. There we go. Welcome to Rachel Uncensored, the only place on the internet you can find an uncensored version of me. I'm Rachel, and this is my best friend, Alli Bellairs.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
I'm doing well. I'm a little sleepy, but...
Yeah, we filmed this pretty late in the day. It's nighttime.
It's time to put your jams on.
I didn't want to get off the bed.
I know.
I have to turn you up. When you podcast, you go a little quiet.
I know. I feel like when we're one-on-one, I'm not as loud as you might see me out in the wild.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Alli and Holland. Allie's been on the podcast before. I'm sure you've seen her face on TikTok. Her beautiful wife and her are staying with us, have stayed with us for the past week while they were here to do things in LA. And I love that you stay with me because I get to see all of the sides of you.
Yeah.
Like in the morning when it's just you and I, it's calm, chill.
Oh my gosh.
It's just two of us.
Just two bros.
Your wife comes out and then you turn into like a little cuddle monster baby. And then Abby comes out and you just turn into like a fuck.
I'm such a baby. Yeah, Abs always puts me on guard. It feels like when I'm with my brother.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, you can't just exist around me. And
you have to put her down somehow.
Right.
You have to let her know who's the boss.
I'm like, we have to bully each other.
Yeah, you definitely go back and forth.
Somebody's got to be superior.
There was, that lacking in the house, a superior force.
Whatever.
Allie's here today, and we're just gonna talk about some things that you guys said on Instagram. I do want to say that the number one question asked was, how'd you get so tall?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think I'm not as tall as people think I am. I think I talk about it a lot.
Yeah. How tall are you?
Who's asking?
I don't know. Because my second question was going to be, when did you realize you're a compulsive liar?
Yeah. Okay, so second one's tough, and it's got many layers like an onion.
Okay, great.
First one I can be honest about, which is surprising.
Wow.
So I'm like, can I back myself up here for just
You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
I have kyphosis.
What's a kyphosis?
A lot of people know scoliosis.
Yeah.
So it's just it's like a sibling of that. Just a spinal.
Your spine's just doing something funky?
It's just, nothing about me is straight, not even my spine.
Not even your arm now.
So.
Your arm, she hurt her arm and she can't extend her arm anymore?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay, you haven't quite come up with that bit yet.
So I'm like 5'6.5"
That's actually taller than the average for a woman.
When my brother put me up against a wall and like straightened my spine out against the wall.
I was wondering if you mean like when he was like trying to abuse me, like as a sibling does.
I was just like, he was like, do you want me to be honest? And I was like, I do want you to be kind of honest, as honest as you feel like.
Nicely honest.
Yeah, just be kind about it.
Yeah.
He like pushed me up against the wall and I was like right at 5'7". Okay. Holland is like this much shorter than me, but my posture is just horrendous. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go with 5'6.5".
That seems about right.
Yeah.
All right. Now on to the compulsive lying part. When we first hung out.
Don't yuck my yum.
I don't mean to yuck your yum.
Because
I just want to know if like, I know you're aware of it. You do it for the jokes.
Right.
But there's sometimes where like, I'll be recalling, I was like, oh yeah, last time when you were here, you said your mom was a maid. And you were like, that's not true at all. And I'm like, right. Okay. So I believe that is truth. And there was never an end to the bit.
So I'll wait for you to take accountability and maybe your lack of memory on that.
I try to remember things about my besties.
Right? And you'll maybe get there one day when you can. But I don't think we're there yet.
You forgot I had brothers.
Never said that.
You forgot I had brothers.
Yep. I don't know any. I keep it about you, babe. Let's keep it about you.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't point fingers here.
Okay. So I think that a good part of my life and my truth is that you have to bend the truth a little bit to excite the people. You know, like I
like to exaggerate in a story.
I don't want it to be a snooze fest.
No, you're here to entertain.
Always.
Yes.
And so when I feel like I'm entertaining, sometimes you say
your mom was a maid.
I know. I will die on this hill. I couldn't have said that.
There's our friend
kindergarten teacher.
Our friend was here the other weekend, and she was like, she said ADHD, and you're like, I don't have that. And you never told you. She could not figure out if you were lying or not.
People all the time, when they come up to me, they'll be like, you're depressed, and I love your content. I'll be like, stop right there. Who said I was depressed? You know?
You did.
Yeah, no. Did. And I am. I just feel like sometimes, like, what if I'm beautiful?
You are beautiful.
Right. What about we say that first?
Oh, so you don't like that that's how people are just defining you straight out?
No. I think that I really am I like getting people. I like keeping people on their toes. You like
unsettling them. You like getting them off their little stand that they're on.
Let's have some fun.
You want them to lose their balance a little bit, so then you can kind of like poke at them a little bit more. Right. They can't fight back.
What's happening now? Sorry, what's happening? I like to have fun.
I think you're fucking hilarious. And I've caught on to the lying that's actually just a joke. At first, when I first met you, I had to look to Holland. Because Holland won't lie.
Holland will not lie.
Holland is a saint with a heart of gold.
The best part of me.
The best. You're also great.
Me and Holland had to have a conversation one time because, like, I'll tell stories. And once again, like, this is a bit. We're out in public. Somebody's asking me to, like, maybe retell a story or they're asking me about something. But Holland, at this point, it's been years and years together. She knows the story. She's lived through a lot of the stories. So sometimes when I'm, like, on stage performing this in Target, in aisle 6.
the dude just stocking the shelves.
In front of the tampons, and somebody asked me a story. I'll like bend it a little bit. I'll give him a little pizzazz. And I'll catch Holland out of the side of my eye, looking at me like this.
She does a little like, her eyes do get kind of like narrow and wide. And she's like,
I'm like, Holland, we have to, because it's mostly for me. Because my life, I just feel like I'm constantly having to re-say the same things to different people. So it's really less about me lying to them and more about me having some fun in this conversation.
Yeah, also, you're not lying about things that are ever going to hurt somebody or, you're not like, they cheated on you. It's no.
I mean, I'm no saint.
No, but I understand this.
I'm good morally.
Earlier, I was telling a story and I said that my brother said fuck, and Abby's like, did he really say fuck? I was like, no.
That's not
That's not the important part. These semantics.
May I continue to perform?
The bones of the story are real. The flesh around it, I want to pizzazz up.
We can paint the walls, baby.
We can do this
We're
shit.
keeping the structure. Let's paint the walls.
The studs are the same.
Right.
Oh, no, I get that. But it is funny because I'm so used to, I know what's going on, but when new people come in, it's so much fun to watch them squirm. They squirm.
Or is it that you've just been tricked, so you can't be tricked again? You're like,
you fooled me once.
One got me, and I'm gonna watch it get you. Okay,
idiots.
I live to tell my story. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah. All right, let's get into actual questions. People are asking how we met. Did we? I guess maybe we haven't, or people just didn't listen when we told. Our truth here. Do
you want me to take it?
Well, I was just going to say I slid into some DMs, but you can take it.
I love this.
I'll let you exaggerate as much as you want.
It was a Wednesday, Thursday. No,
was it?
It was a Wednesday, Tuesday. No, so when I saw that you followed me, I kind of put it to the side. I figured it was like a basketball connection, which is like,
'cause I'm so tall.
Which is like, because Miss R baller.
Yeah.
I thought, and I was like, first off, settle down. Like, anybody knows that you averaged 8 points in high school, and now they're like sending the professional. You're verified. Like, I have the women's basketball team looking for me. Like, my ego needed to calm down. But then you messaged, and I was like, she must play basketball. And Holland was like, no, I know who that is. And so I I was like, well, do you want to go? And as the great decision maker she is, who always knows what's right, she said, yeah. And so we met you guys at, what is it, Brewdog?
Yeah, something with a dog in the name.
In Pittsburgh, which I had no idea you guys drove like an hour and a half, and we drove like 8 minutes.
Yeah, I had followed you on TikTok. I thought you were funny. I got a hoot from you.
Come on.
And then Abby and I were flying to the East Coast, and I was like, oh, you know that TikToker Alli? I think she just moved to Pittsburgh with her girlfriend, her wife. I can't tell what she is.
Yeah.
She was like, the Abby is all about supporting my career. And she's all about me making connections and me being friends with people, because I don't like being friends with influencers. I have a hard time with it.
Oh, I bet you do.
It's not my favorite. And she was like, ask them to hang out. I was like, no, babe, no. And then she's like, does Alli know who you are? And I was like, I don't know. I think we follow each other.
Mm-hmm.
And she was...
I didn't follow her at the time.
I don't know. I was like, I follow her.
Ego check.
Listen, hey, your wife knew who I was.
Right. Right.
So I slid into, I was like, oh, Abby made me. And I was like, all right, fine. And then when it started happening, I was like, babe, are we really driving all the way to Pittsburgh for this? She's like, yes. I was like, okay. And we drove an hour and a half there, hung out for like 3 hours, and then I drove an hour and a half back.
Yeah, we did.
And the first thing you said to me was like, how fucking tall are you?
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember you guys sat down and I was like, who the fuck are you?
And I was
like, so what
that.
the fuck do you guys do?
Oh, sorry,
like,
Blaze farted, just so you know, and it smells so bad.
I don't smell it.
It's because it's over here. Yeah, no, you didn't know who I was, and I think I loved that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, good, you're just going to talk to me like a fucking person.
I'm sure. It was still, I mean, every day I feel like I still learn something new and I'm growing and changing as a person. But like that, I was like, sure. And then I feel like not that I'm PR trained by any freaking means, but I just feel like when I met you, I was like, I gotta staple down. I gotta get some of the details why I'm here. I'm getting a little confused. Yeah. Okay.
It's like, I just want to be friends, I think.
Yeah.
And then we just happened to hang out. We liked each other.
Yeah.
And we just kept hanging out. You did roast me because I DM'd you. Like I was like, oh, I think that went well, that hangout. I don't know. I don't like to make friends really. And then I DM'd you about something and you voice messaged me and you're like, oh my God, could you fucking use an emoji or an exclamation mark? 'Cause I just text
old lady.
Like an old lady.
Right.
I put periods in full sentences. There's complete grammar.
The younger generation and me, we don't like that.
I know. We have a bit of an age gap.
I speak for the youth here. Okay.
You're
don't
Gen
like
Z,
that.
correct?
Yeah, I'm right on the line.
You're right on the line.
I'm tittle-tattling the line.
You like a tittle tattle.
I'm back and forth on the line.
Depending on how you want the joke to go.
No, I did. I posted a joke a few weeks ago about like not being a millennial, but like loving millennials as the older generation. And they were like, are you not one of us? And I was like, I don't feel like I can answer this. I'm not sure.
Does the internet know your age?
I don't know. Do you need the story behind that?
I'm sure Famous Birthdays messed it up or something.
Famous Birthdays messed it up. And then it just became a thing where like every day I was changing my bio to a different number.
I love that.
Famous Birthdays was trying to hunt me down. And
they
I was
did
like,
the same to me.
And I was like, only the real ones will know.
Yes.
So I told this was like my first 100K on TikTok. I was the coolest person alive.
Dude, you were getting it.
In the little small town. But yeah, so I was like, I'm staying true to the people who were here with me from the start. And I was like, you guys will know, but nobody else will know.
We're going to fuck with the world together.
So like for a year or two, I would just change it anywhere from like 22 to like 30. Like, no, I think I probably went as high as like 57.
People just have no idea.
Because it was just a bit. Everyone was like so upset about it. And I was like, what is
It's
going on?
really funny to watch the internet get so upset about something so minuscule as that.
To us, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, do you really need to know?
No, never. The internet is just a weird place.
It is. And then they get mad, like, well, why? Just fucking tell us. Why won't you tell us? And I'm like,
I definitely get the other side too.
Oh, yes. Or it's like, why won't you fucking tell us, you weirdo?
I'm like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like being a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And it's fun to get the reaction from it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the story how we met. We met up for drinks. That's when I found out that you were sober because I thought you drank a lot because religiously follow people on the TikToks. I just seen your shit a few times. I was like, that girl's got a drinking problem and seems like a lot of fun.
You're a fortune teller? You're like, I bet by the time that I meet her, she'll be sober.
I don't know.
Yeah. I did drink heavy.
Yes, and then when we met up, you had already gone sober.
Yeah, I think I was like maybe a year or a little over a year sober. Yeah.
I was like, all right, this is fine. Blaze, he's smelling. That's a non-alcoholic beer she's drinking, buddy. Don't worry about it.
He's like, can I have the real stuff?
You want to just slip that in my dog bowl?
Yeah.
Another question, and I feel like I know the answer to this. Blaze, turn around.
Oh, now I get the fart box.
No, he's turned, so I get the head and the butt. You get his spine. He thought you'd want it. What's your love language?
Oh my God, do them all.
I feel like you're not big on gifts, though.
Oh, I hate gift giving. I used to say all the time, I hate gifts because the first gift that I was given was the gift of life, and I tried to return it but didn't have the receipt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good joke, not a good life stance. I like her. I want her to continue living.
Yeah, so no, I will say one of the many, many things that I admire and appreciate about Holland is that she loves me so well. And I think a big part of that is like acts of service, and not in the way that she does things for me, but like, what's it called when it's like two 3-year-olds playing and they're doing different things. Like one is working in the kitchen and one is like building Legos.
Oh, I don't know. It's
called like parallel play or something like
that. Oh
yeah.
ADHD people do that with working.
Right.
Parallel work partner or
and
something
so,
like that.
Yeah. And so she does that with me a lot. She gentle parents me.
I love this.
She's so good about letting me feel like I have done a task. No. Yeah, so I think acts of service is a big one.
I would have not guessed that. I would have guessed physical touch and quality time.
Oh my God. Well, I can't live without those.
Right.
So I guess I'm confused. Because it's definitely physical touch and quality time.
And acts of service.
But but like I'm gonna get physical touch and quality time. Like
you're not concerned about those, so what you need is acts of service.
I always tell people that we were worse than U-Haul lesbians because we didn't live with each other until like a year, but we would drive every day to each other.
We
were
distance.
Like 2.5 hours apart. But like Holland would get off work at midnight and come and hang out for 3 hours and then drive to be at work at 6 a.m.
Oh wow.
It was so much worse than U-Haul lesbians. When I'm like, you guys don't even want to hear our story.
I thought I was bad. I would drive out to Abby and pick her up at like midnight from her job, and then I'd spend the night and wake up at 6 a.m. so I got to go drive back with my dogs.
Yeah.
So it was literally just to sleep next to her.
Yeah.
But you guys are worse.
We like just met up to high five in the street, and then she had to go back.
That's adorable. That's fucking adorable.
Yeah. Since I met her, I have always known that there's like nothing in this world that I will pick over her.
Yeah.
Not sleep.
Food, oh no, yeah. I gave up sleep.
I'm like, dude. I'm
in it.
Anything for her. Yeah.
I like when I hear you tell Holland to give you words of affirmation. You'll say like I think you're really pretty, and she'll be like, thank you. And you're like, okay, now me.
Yeah.
Do me. You say do me now.
Yeah. Because hello. Yeah. We're super silly. And,
yes, I love that about both of you.
Yeah, it makes love so easy. But what I was going to say is that Holland and I mean, we've spent every day with each other for the past like 3 years.
You haven't been apart?
For 3 years straight, I think.
Wow.
But this is not, we were together before then. It was just, I went on like a trip for my birthday and she couldn't come for like a couple of days. But every day since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think
so? There will be quality time.
There's going to be some fucking quality time, and you will end up touching at some point.
Right. Yeah.
Do you? What scenario would it be where you guys would spend a night apart?
Oh, we talk about this a lot too, because my goal, let me collect here. Okay. When you get married as young as we did, I think a big fear of ours that we had to communicate was like, we're not even close to done.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have dreams and I want to shoot for the stars and you need to shoot for the stars and we need to really be selfish.
You guys are so supportive of each other and that's the least selfish.
Right. So, thank you.
Yes.
So honestly, as horrible as this sounds, but we talk about it all the time, like best case scenario is Holland goes on tour with like Lady Gaga for 6 months and we don't see each other for 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll fly when I can, baby. But,
you will be following that tour bus in your Subaru.
Right. But it's like if I was on a comedy tour.
Yeah.
And I think that we would be on top of the world because she's accomplishing her biggest goals and I'm accomplishing mine. It just sucks because obviously I don't want her sitting at home waiting for me. I want you to go chase your dreams, baby. So I think we've just been pretty lucky that like we haven't had to do that yet. I mean, and unlucky. But when that moment comes,
getting there.
When that moment comes, I am more than happy to spend time away from her because it just means that she's living her dreams.
That's the sweetest answer you could have ever given.
She rocks.
She does rock.
She rocks. She makes me better.
I fucking love Holland and I'm sad the world will never get to fully know her. Because she's so shy and she's so reserved.
God.
And she will let you take the spotlight any day. But when you finally get to actually like truly know her, she is extremely hilarious.
She's so silly.
She's so silly.
Yeah. And you know, so many qualities that I admire about her. I mean, like truly, she is like a dream to me. But like she is funny without ever being mean.
It's funny at no person's expense.
Right. And I look up to her in that way just because I look at her when she is making people laugh and I'm like, okay.
No one's upset, only happy. Right. How are you doing this? And you didn't even lie.
Right. She's like just honest and I'm like, girl, start fibbing. Keep them on the hook.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Someone asked us if we would ever do stand-up together. The answer is no, because one, I would never do stand-up, but two, has there ever been a duo stand-up?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, babe.
Listen, you like the stand-up. I'll watch it when someone puts it on and I enjoy it, but like I'm not in that. You watch it to take notes and learn.
To be fair, every time I want to watch stand-up, you're like, yes.
Yes.
For anyone who doesn't know, Rach is a great friend and extremely supportive, even from across the country.
Thank you. Sometimes I don't answer every FaceTime call, but if you say it's business related, I will make time for it. Is there duo stand-up?
So yeah.
What does that look like?
A lot of the times it's like you see. I mean, one specific guy is coming to my head right now who I cannot remember his name. Bummer. I can't give a man a free shout out. I'm just kidding.
I would have just bleeped it anyway.
But yeah, they do. They really work off each other. It actually seems pretty fun. I cannot remember.
Because I can't imagine there being two comedians who are the same. There's always got to be like the straight guy and then the all out one.
Right.
I feel like okay, listen. There's one that's just like, my card ran out of memory. Oh my God. Let's check to see if we have a sponsor for today. Sponsor.
Yay.
Skims. Skims is our sponsor for today. If you guys know me, you know I normally find bras so uncomfortable and constricting. When I came out of the closet, I ditched the bras and went to either no bra or sports bra, but that's all changing thanks to Skims. Skims bra and underwears are the most comfortable thing I have ever worn. Skims bras are worth the hype for the amazing shape and support they give. But what shocked me the most was how comfortable they are. Even the underwire bras, I don't even realize that I'm wearing them. I'm so glad I finally found a bra that feels as comfortable as a sports bra or nothing at all, but gives me the lift that my ladies deserve. Skims is creating the next generation of underwear and bras for every body. The Everybody t-shirt bra from Skims is seriously the comfiest, softest bra I've ever put on my body. I have so many bras from them that I absolutely love, like the Fits Everybody plunge bra, the Fits Everybody unlined demi bra, and the Fits Everybody push-up bra. Skims bras are made with innovative technology to give you the best shape and support. Plus, every bra is designed with the comfiest and softest materials, so you'll feel like you're wearing nothing at all. Skims offers a complete system of bra solutions for every need and style. Skim bras are also available in 62 sizes, starting at 30A all the way up to 46H. Believe the hype, Skims has over 100,000 five-star reviews for a reason. Skim bras are now available at skims.com. Plus, you get free shipping on orders over $75. If you haven't yet, please be sure to let them know that I sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select my show, Rachel Uncensored, in the drop-down menu that follows.
Clap, 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 clap.
What if we just said clap instead of actually clapping?
What is that called?
What do you mean, what is that called?
Like in the English language, like what's the terminology for something when you say like boom, pow?
Like, oh, like making the, like, an onomatopoeia, is that what it is?
I think it might be.
What is it for when you write the word, the word can be written backwards as forwards? Mom, Dad.
Hannah. Oh. Everybody's right.
Everybody is right. But what's that called?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Onomatopoeia. That's a fun word. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't think we'd ever do stand-up together because, one, I think you need the whole stage. And two, I don't want to. I think Holland is the only other person that could go on stage with you.
Yeah. I will always save room for her, for sure.
You have a passion for stand-up. I am so comfortable on stage. I can have a microphone in my hand all day. I can talk to a room of thousands of people. I don't have that passion for it. I don't like it.
Yeah, you would have to like it.
You have to like, people tell me to go on tour, ask me to go on tour. I'm like, I don't want to do it.
You wouldn't want to do like a Q&A type of thing?
I've done it. I've done the meet and greets. I've done the Q&A. I've done shows. I
forget you got old bones in there.
I got old bones. I've been doing this 11 years.
Yeah, that face routine you're doing is keeping you young.
I should show the internet my face routine.
That and the Botox.
I was actually thinking about getting Botox in my forehead.
Are you?
Yeah. I don't know.
No, you're good.
I'm good?
Yeah.
It's
promise.
I do like being able to have facial expressions.
Right.
That's a great part of me.
Yeah. And no, I guess you should do what you want. I mean, truly, if it makes you more, I'm always like pro, if it makes you a little bit more confident, it's your body, your choice.
Yes. Yeah. Just stared for a very long time.
Just make sure that people heard that.
Okay, got it.
But yeah.
All right.
I don't think you need it.
All right. Someone asked how to flirt with girls. I haven't had to do this much.
Oh my God, I do this every day.
You flirt with girls every day? Oh, Holland. Every day.
Every day of my life.
Every day.
It's a little bit easier now because I know that she's also into person who looks like me. So it's like not a big chance of rejection.
Yeah.
You know, slim chances.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first? Let's hear your advice.
My advice for anything is fake it till you make it. So fake like you know how to flirt.
Yeah.
I genuinely have not had to go to a bar and flirt with a person. I don't know how that works. Abby and I flirted via
Life of the Rich and Famous.
Sorry. No, it's because I was in a relationship for 7 years, and then when that was broken up, it was during COVID. I downloaded Hinge and I flirted with Abby via DMs.
I would just never go to a bar and flirt with a stranger.
No, I never said. I just said I've never had to. I've never done that.
No, I know. I'm giving you a hard time.
So I don't know. I don't know how to give people advice. People constantly ask me advice about coming out, how to deal with homophobic parents, how to flirt with girls. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, maybe you should have me on more often because
you give them all the advice, please.
I will help in any way I can. So flirting with girls, I think, is fairly easy. Now, if you're a woman who's doing this, babe, you got it. Like, just don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, is that I think what's super important is to realize, why are you flirting? Like, what is so special about them that you want to get their attention or that you want them? Because are they just a TikTok lesbian? Babe. Because everyone's got a little TikTok lesbian in them. You might just have to start it from the ground up. Okay.
Got it.
But it's super, yeah. So I think that's just like, if you're a genuine person and you see somebody and you see them dancing across the bar, or you see them and you think, God, Holland is the most beautiful I'm guessing that's her name, is the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Like, I have got to get to know them. Then go over there and freaking tell them that.
Yeah.
I think that somebody who's not, susceptible to you coming over and flirting with them, it's like nothing is lost. They said no, okay, that's
Done.
fine. You know, I mean, they're either going to say yes or no or something meaner, but like, I just think it's a matter of you looking at a person and seeing them and looking at yourself and saying, why do I even want to talk to this person? And then going and telling them that.
That's so smart. Also, I feel like people are so scared to approach or flirt or do whatever,
Oh my God.
or step out in the dating world because they're afraid of rejection.
Right.
Fuck it.
But, and I think that I'm a naturally extremely kind person. Like, I'm very, like, if I see something about you, I'm not romantically interested in anyone but Holland whatsoever. But there are plenty of qualities in people that I see. And I think that it's a waste of existence to not tell those people that.
Yes.
Tell people, I mean, that might just be the depression in me, but just like to go out of your way to make somebody's day or to say something when you see it. And so, like, I think about that too.
Yeah.
You know, is like, are you just being a kind person who wants to give a compliment?
Yeah.
You know, it's as simple as that.
Abby and I always are complimenting people, and we'll do it in front of each other, and there's no way, it's not flirting at all.
No.
And it's just complimenting, but that can lead to, if you want it to, flirting.
Right. I say this to Holland all the time. I'm like, dude, if I could pay the world that every interaction you had, somebody was complimenting you and, you know, or your outfit, like, I would love that. Yeah. I hope Holland's day is filled with strangers and a Target aisle 6 telling her that
tampons.
They think her eyes are like, I have zero problem with that. That is, I would love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's my advice.
You want people's confidence to be boosted.
I want Holland to, yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you go up to flirt with someone and they reject you, just so you know, they're going to think about you later still. They're going to be like, this person flirted with me. This person tried to hit on me. And they're going to tell people about it. So either way, you made an impact. You made their day.
You're giving somebody a compliment.
Yeah. There's no way a girl gets hit on and doesn't tell people about it.
And now you might be thinking, well, how do I compliment them and not offend them?
Don't call them a dirty whore.
Don't sexualize them.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think one thing that I want to say again is look inward.
Yes.
What about this person is making me feel that way? Is it somebody who's just hot at a bar?
Yeah, don't go up and be like, I love your tits.
Right. Beautiful women all over the world.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't go up to every good woman with a nice ass and tell her. Okay.
You have to look elsewhere.
Expect love out of it. You could tell her, but just not expect. Yeah, I would just say don't expect anything out of it.
Yeah. All right, that's good. That's a way better answer than I would give.
Tell them, hey there,
how you doing,
Missy,
lady friend?
Yeah, I mean, I would say go into it as a friendship.
Yeah, I mean, if you approach it with a kind heart,
as a friendship with interest. I'm interested in you, but I don't even know you.
Yeah.
So I'd like to. Let's start there.
ZocDoc. ZocDoc is our sponsor for today. You know when you get cornered by that certain family member at a family gathering and you feel like whenever they ask you a question, you kind of have to bend the truth so they won't judge you? Well, while you may do that with your family, you shouldn't feel that way when you're talking to your doctor. That's where ZocDoc enters, the place where you can find and book doctors who will make you feel comfortable and actually listen to you. And we're not talking about a few. We're talking about tens of thousands of doctors, all verified, patient-reviewed, so you can make sure the vibes are vibing before you even meet in real life. With ZocDoc, you have more options than you know. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. There's no more awkwardly waiting on the phone with a receptionist. And you can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance. which is weirdly a filter that is rare to find. And the typical wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 and 72 hours. That's it. And sometimes you can even score same-day appointments. So if you want to try them out, go to ZocDoc.com/Rachel and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Rachel. ZocDoc.com/Rachel. All right. Someone said, how the fuck do you have so much energy? Please spill your secrets.
Me?
I think this is to both of us. Mainly you.
For me, no. I think it's probably you too.
I have coffee constantly.
I do 1 Red Bull, 8 ounces every morning.
You also...
by mouth.
You chill a lot.
I do.
You chill a lot, and I appreciate it. And it's made me chill this week. I like to constantly be moving.
Yeah.
But you chill, and I think people think that you are extremely energetic because you are when you film. And you're only filming a minute tops of your day.
I am. And then, like, you know, at the pickleball thing we went to, it's like that to me is like, it's a bit.
You're entertaining.
I'm entertaining. They brought me here to entertain. All right, somebody take my jacket and let's get this thing fired up. You know,
get the mic hot and go.
Yeah, but when I'm chilling, I'm chilling. I'm a normal person with anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to go into a bedroom and lock myself in there for a couple of hours.
Yeah,
sometimes.
We love when they visit because we don't have to do anything. No. You guys literally just sit on the couch, watch TV with us. We order food. And then we're like, okay, it's that 1 hour of the day where we got to go do something. And then we get up and do it, and we all come home. We're like, are we going to bed? We're going to bed.
Like if I have an event at 4 p.m., I don't find the need to do 6 things before 4 p.m. Like we don't have to push it to the limit. We're not.
For me, I'm like, I have 6 hours to get all of these things done.
Right. Yeah, not me.
No, you chill, but you do love your sugar-free Red Bulls.
Uh-huh. And my Heineken Zeros.
Yeah. And then we've tried the Corona non-alcoholics. Mm-hmm. I like the Corona ones.
Yeah. I think Heineken's my favorite I've had so far. Yeah. But so, like, this makes sobriety, finding little things like that, it's like...
I've noticed it is a lot of the time just habitual. It's like we're at dinner, it's time to have a drink. I'm like, all right. And then I've been drinking.
Mine was a little bit more like, it's 8 a.m. I've been so much pain.
For me, I've been drinking the non-alcoholic beers with you because I'm like, this is a time where you do a drink. And I've been stepping back from drinking more and more just because I don't fucking have time for it.
Right.
And just fucking 7:30 on a Friday night. I don't have time for this shit.
I've got to go to bed.
I have to go to bed. I do. I have to drive her to the airport at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've noticed, I think for a lot of people, they just get in the habit of drinking and then it's hard to stop. So if you just replace it with a non-alcoholic drink, you're good to go.
Are you mansplaining addiction to me?
Not you, the fucking podcast.
I think some people just get in the habit. It's like
I'm having conversation with the world and you just happen to be next to me,
Sorry.
all right?
Yeah. What was the question?
How do you have so much energy? One way to get Alli up and energetic is to fuck with her.
Yeah.
Because then you'll puff your chest and start going.
And start biting people's ankles, right? And I foam a little bit too.
This is a question that I feel like you're gonna need a hard talk with this person. Do you think a relationship is forever tainted if someone cheats? Yes.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
Do you not? I think it is tainted in some way. I just don't, I guess it depends on the person, I guess. But for me, if I was cheated on, I would never be able to fully trust that person ever again.
Right. Totally understandable.
And that's tainted to me.
Totally understandable.
It doesn't mean you can't work through things and like you can, if you want to, work it out. But I think that there's always going to be some level of distrust or anger.
Yeah. So and I agree with you mostly. My thought that I'll add to this.
I love that you have a thought to add.
Is that I'm a huge believer in that people change. People do change. I hope they change.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Like I have to, because I know that I hope I've changed from who I am.
I think you have changed quite a lot.
And I hope to be light years away from who I am sitting today.
Yes.
And a year from now. So like my thought there is like, was somebody young and didn't realize, and is that somebody who you meet up with again in 10 years?
There you go.
And
Yeah,
they're a different person?
I don't believe once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe
Right.
that saying by any means.
But I agree. I think the question is, would it taint the love? And I would say that yes, that would not be okay for me personally.
Yes. I think, the person would definitely have to grow. I think it would taint that relationship. You could step away and then build a new relationship with the same person. Right. But I think from where you were, things would have to completely shift.
I mean, and I could be wrong. I just can't remember a situation that I've been in that like somebody slipped and fell into somebody's lap naked.
Yeah,
like I don't think it's
I've never accidentally found my tongue somewhere where it doesn't need to be.
Right. Right. Which is tough. Like that's a tough thing to hear, I think. Because it's like somebody had to purposely plan out to cheat on you. It's like a little blunt.
Yes.
But I'm a big believer in like, if they don't, somebody else will, with, and on their knees and begging. And, I just think that I have a hard time believing that somebody who really loves you as a person and likes you and respects you as a person can be your soulmate and somebody who has cheated on you.
Yeah.
But not saying no, because I'm sure there's some lovebird case out there. But for me, I couldn't see what that looks like.
No, yeah, like I would have a very difficult time.
Don't give up if you're out there.
Because
you could be the one.
Maybe, but I think it would be, you'd have to maybe step away and recreate a new relationship with the person.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't, like, people definitely don't change in a day.
Not in a little bit, no. Right. No. It's very rare you wake up and go, I'm going to be a completely different human being.
Right.
And then you are. You could wake up and say that, but it would take a very long time to change, because that shit's ingrained.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. That person also says you seem hyper. Do you ever just crash from being so hyper?
Are these to me or
they're to you? They're to you.
I
don't think people realize how chill you are.
I would like to say I'm not like hyper as I am passionate. Like if you get me going, you can really get me going.
Yes.
I
get to the point where I'm hyper, where I can't sit still.
Yeah.
I'm the hyper. You're just, you are passionate.
Yeah. About anything ever.
If there's anything anyone can take away from this podcast, is that Alli's chill.
It's so funny. It's so weird telling people that though, because if you look at my profile, it's like me just constantly jumping. And that's true. That's me in the moment when I'm talking about something, or like even on this podcast, I'm sure you'll see me get really into conversations.
You're
and
entertaining.
give you a little more.
Yeah.
But then I look at me at like that pickleball tournament and like, was anybody else dancing around? So
it was just you. It was just you. You were owning that entire court.
So yeah, I would say I crash, yes, but less of a crash and more of a I'm bored. Or I like, all right, it's time to put your jams on and go to bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Someone asked, what was your first thoughts on your first viral TikTok? How did you go? Did you slowly start getting views, or did something go viral?
Oh my God.
I don't know the story, or I did and I forgot.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I guess one of the first TikToks this was like when everyone was just kind of posting, like this was something that like people were just doing so your friends could see it. It was like posting on Instagram. This was not like so I would post some like dances like that, just messing around for like my friends, or like to show my mom.
Look, Ma, I can pin drop.
But then I posted like a TikTok about having to go and vote and cancel somebody else who voted Republican out, you know?
Yes.
Like, so I was like, I have to go cancel these votes out. And it did like decently well. I think got like 30,000, which I feel like back then was a lot.
Yes, it is. When people are like, I went viral, but it was only like, this money. I'm like, no, that was a lot then.
To me, I was like, Mom.
And for someone who's had no views,
right,
just your mom,
right,
it's a big deal.
Right. It's like, come on. My mom watched it 30,000 times.
She's just sitting with her phone open as it goes.
She fell asleep.
It was all your mom.
No, but then my friends were like, you know what this means? You have to start posting like the things you say to us. So I just started like kind of posting like little things about having depression. And once again, I was a completely different person than I am now.
Oh, yes.
When I originally, like
Yeah.
I'm like, that kid? Don't know her.
Thankful that she gave you the start.
Oh yeah, she rocks.
I'm glad you are the person sitting next to me.
She rocks. I'm definitely glad I've outgrown her.
Yes.
But it leaves him out. I would not talk to her. I would not touch her with a 10-foot pole. I'd be like,
if she walked into a bar, you'd be like, you need to leave.
You're scaring me. I'm scared.
I'm scared. But were you into comedy before that? Or did you want to do stand-up and stuff?
Yeah. Like class clown, what's it called? Superlative every year at every school I ever went to, every grade. And I guess like even when I was younger, I would do like Facebook Live, and the people called it like Alli Live, and it would just be like my entire hometown would get on.
Oh, I love that.
And I'd just joke around, and people would ask questions, and I'd answer them. And I realized this like maybe 2 years into doing TikTok, I was like, I've kind of been. Like, I did this when I was younger. Yeah. It was just like me in the hometown, baby.
Now it's you and 30,000.
Right. We got to get out of the Horty's line. It's Alli Live, you know?
So you were meant for this shit.
Yeah, maybe. I guess it's easy to say now when it's like, I mean, not that it's calm by any means, but it's like.
You feel kind of stable in it.
I guess I get scared it getting more intense, but that's exciting in itself. I guess change is scary.
And you cannot predict the internet.
No. But, so yeah, exciting. I think, I mean, I guess when somebody's like, do you think you'll get more famous? You're like, I'm like good. I'm chilling. I love the people.
You've gotten to a comfortable spot.
Yeah.
You want to be.
But I do. I want to make people laugh. And I want to make. I've been very honest online about having depression and that journey, and so I want to make people feel seen. I think
you do a great job at that.
Yeah, when I was younger, I remember I would cry when I was like really like probably 13, and just being like, "Is nobody else going through this?" Like, if anybody else in my head, if anybody else is going through this, like, I wish I could just like grab them up by the shirt. I wish they could pop in front of me, and I could grab them up and say like, "You're not alone." Yeah. You know, like we can get through this together. Yeah. And so it's like weird that in a way I am able to do that.
Yeah. It's great.
And meet those people who say like, I saw one of your videos and I've done this and my life has changed. It's like, it gives me chills. Yeah. It's unreal.
Yeah. Your platform you're goofy. It's like a very like just whatever space of fun, but then you use it for good.
Right. And I try to.
Yeah.
I try really hard to.
I think we have. Oh, someone asked, do you enjoy all the social media presence? It's a yes and a no.
Right. So
it's a yes and a no.
It's awesome. It's the easiest job in the world. It's an extremely easy job to me. You know, it's not.
There's work involved, but
it's not demanding.
Yeah. It is what you make it.
But, like, on the other hand, I've never, and I don't know that anybody who's working with any sort of decent HR program at their job has ever gotten bullied as much as I've gotten in a day.
Yes.
You know, and so you have to have thick skin.
You do.
And I think that you have to really hold on tight to your moral compass, because I think you can get to this mindset of, like, people aren't people anymore and money is money.
Yeah.
Because you're like, these people are mean to me, but that's not that's not your following.
No.
You know, and that's not the people who've watched you and support you, really.
You're posting for the people that follow you.
Right. And it's hard because when videos go viral and do their best is when people say the meanest, rudest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there are things that I don't even want to tell you that people like email us daily. Like there's a group of people that email us daily that are like men just saying like that they want to do disgusting things. And so I don't think anyone deserves that.
No, when you get fame, you will get hate. There'll just be a group of people that hate you for no fucking reason. They just pinpoint you, and they make it their life.
Right.
To just destroy you for no reason.
And I think that's tough. I think that's so tough because I don't think that anyone wants to hear mean things about themselves. But once again, like, if I helped one person, you know, like somebody's got to be somebody's got to stick up and somebody's got to, do good for the world. And people who tend to do good for the world are also people who get shit on a lot.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
So thick skin, it requires really thick skin. I wouldn't tell anybody to get into it.
No.
If you are not okay with getting threats every single day. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I've told them that like Abby was very excited to like start kind of being on the internet, and then she dipped her toe, and I slowly had her dip her toes in, and then she was out, get over here.
She dipped them out pretty fast.
It's too cold for me. I'm good.
Yeah.
And she supportive as can be, and she loves to make her little cameos every once in a while, but it's a dangerous game out there.
Right. And I think that you've been a great friend luckily, I mean, I met you, and I think that you've been so helpful to like be like, Allie, you're going to be okay. things, just block them,
It's okay.
Like,
just read it.
Yeah, especially early on. And I think that I have friends, I have such a diverse group of friends that like, I'm getting opinions from all different types of people, like people who are special education teachers, or people who work at prestigious colleges, or people, who are working 9 to 5s, or in business, or whatever it may be. And so it's so funny. It helps me a lot because I think those people are like, girl, you're a TikToker. Okay. And I'm like, thank you. I'm like, the people are saying really mean things, and they're like, girl,
you're fine.
Girl, get out your phone.
It just sinks in sometimes.
Yeah.
You'll be like, you'll know exactly how to deal with it all, and then one day you just kind of let your guard slip a little, and then it just gets to you, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Right. And I think a lot of people, too, have to do it alone, and luckily I don't have to do a lot of it alone.
Yeah.
But TikTok is not a final destination for me. Like stand-up comedy would be a final destination for me, or like really just loving Holland forever would be a final.
Yes, that is your final destination.
Holland dancing is a final destination. And so it's a part of the path.
It is.
And I'm glad to be on it. Yeah.
All right, we're going to end this with one last question. How do you have sex when you live with a weird roommate who always watches everything?
Okay, so don't.
I thought, that was my answer.
Babe, don't.
Don't stop having sex in front of your roommate.
Yeah.
I don't think they're the weird one.
Like,
sorry, if someone's having sex next to me, I'm going to be like, what the fuck are you? I'm going to look at it, because what the fuck?
Right.
I'm going to say, stop, please.
How to have sex with a roommate?
I've never had to deal with this.
No. I think that it's super important to have a peaceful home. And that's one thing I've learned in my love, is that me and Holland will always have a peaceful home. And so to think about somebody maybe not having a peaceful home, you have to set boundaries there and say, hey, you would really be doing me a solid if you could stay out of the apartment or the house for 2 hours so we can get it on like Donkey Kong.
And you might not even need 2 hours.
Whoever you are.
That can be gracious if it's for some people.
Right. Well, aftercare takes a while.
Okay. Yeah, it does. I would, if I had a roommate, I would simply not fuck in front of them.
Maybe we're old. Oh my God, are we old and miserable? Kids are maybe doing this nowadays.
I'm old. I'm not miserable, but I've just always
maybe I am.
Had my own space.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
well,
sorry,
it's because I didn't
always
start having sex until I was in my 20s. So I've never really had to deal with this.
Okay. Why is your roommate there? Why don't you just go to your other mansion in Malibu?
Idiot.
Okay.
No, in college, though, I was thinking about my roommates, and if they had significant others, no one was fucking in front of each other. I shared a room with 2 other girls, and no one was having sex in front of each other.
Yeah, I would say a no-go on the sex in front of people. Or just go to your apartment in Malibu.
Excuse me. Wasn't a mansion.
Yeah.
Just a 3-bedroom.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's what we're ending on.
Yeah, I just wanted to end on a little funny note.
An odd note.
An odd note, really.
1, 3, 7, 5, 9, 13, 11.
Yeah, I've actually always been amazed with that, because I hear guys do that kind of often, and I'm like,
we do not have time to get.
Truly would not. Truly would not.
No, I would say set a boundary and try to figure. You've got to start scheduling.
Yes. You can do the whole sock on the doorknob bit.
Right.
Like, those things exist for a reason.
Be respectful of people if you're sharing a home.
Yeah.
But also, get down, knock down, get home.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more of a scheduling conflict.
Yeah. You could try, maybe if you're like, they're in the house, I have to, maybe go to the bathroom. There's a door. You can take a shower.
Nobody can be home 24/7.
This is true.
There's got to be.
There has to be some
This
window.
is nothing more than a scheduling conflict. I promise we can make it work for everybody. Everybody can say unscarred. If
You
we
could
just
literally
sit
be
down.
like, here is $40. Please go get yourself dinner. Leave.
How about here's $5. Go get an ice cream cone, please. Would you be a pal?
Well, an ice cream cone, I feel like that's very quick to go get. I'm trying to give them, romance themselves out and about. Take their time.
Yeah, I think you sit down and schedule.
Schedule it out.
We have a date night Friday at 7 p.m.
Get the fuck out.
Do you mind? Have you ever had a roommate?
Yeah, I'm actually a phenomenal roommate. But I've never had to deal with this. Because I just wouldn't. If there was someone in my room, I would not have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. Sorry. It's just
very passionate about this.
All right, we're ending it there. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you check out Alli's TikTok. You have the Bellairs, and then it's Alli Bellairs is your other one. Instagram, and her and her wife have a vlog channel together called The Bellairs.
Thank you.
All those links will be down below. You're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing this. Your last couple hours awake in California. Cheers to it. All right, we're going to go to bed in separate beds, in separate rooms, because I have a mansion.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you for listening to this episode of Rachel Uncensored, the only place on the internet where you can find the uncensored version of me, Rachel Ballinger. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, or follow, or do whatever this platform tells you to do so that you can get notified every time I post a new episode. Love ya!